Are you thinking about moving to Hudson, Massachusetts? I've been living in Metro West my whole life. I know all the ins and outs of different towns, different communities to help you figure out which one is right for you. So in this video, we're going to talk about Hudson, all things real estate, about the community, and what you could expect if you're living there. So I hope you enjoy. I'm Jane. I'm a realtor in Wellesley, Massachusetts. My channel is all about helping people get settled in the Metro West area of Boston. I hope you'll subscribe as we put out a new video each week on different communities, different price points. If you are thinking about moving here, please reach out, as many buyers have found me right here on this channel, and we have sold homes all the way from Worcester to Milton to Andover, Massachusetts. So let's talk about Hudson. Now, Hudson is conveniently located west of Boston. Now, this is not a community I would recommend for you if you're doing a daily commute downtown, unless you're okay with a long train ride or car ride. It is inside the 495 belt. Boston has the Mass Turnpike runs east-west. So we talk about the inner circle of inside 95 being like Newton, Waltham, super convenient to downtown Boston. Then some people want to be inside 495. If you get outside 495, you're almost not Metro West, you're almost Worcester County, which is a little bit further than we usually go. But this is a great community, really pretty, up and coming, and lots to offer. Let's take a look. So let's talk a little bit about schools. Most people who find me on this channel are planning on sending their kids to public school and want the best school for their kids. I always recommend you take a look at niche.com, and niche.com gives the schools in Hudson a B+ rating. I also always look at Boston Magazine's rankings because they will show you how different towns in Metro West compare to each other. So here, Hudson is not as high performing as some of the other communities we cover. Maybe schools are not important to you. Maybe it's kind of off in your distant future. Maybe it's in your past, or maybe you're just not concerned about it. Right now, Hudson is ranked number 90 according to Boston Magazine. So still within our top 100. Let's talk about some things to do in Hudson. It has a really cute town center, and there's a river walk that runs right through the town, which makes it super pretty. There's an old rail trail, which we talked about in our Maynard video, called the Assabet River Rail Trail. It does indeed meander right through Hudson as well. So you kind of have that really nice combination of cute downtown with access to beautiful green space, walking trails. You can go north to ski, you can go south to the ocean. It's got a lot to offer. Last year, I sold a beautiful townhome that I want to share with you when I get to my real estate section. So we're going to cover 3 homes: least expensive, a median price home, and the most expensive home that sold in 2024. And I'm also going to share some info about this townhome development that I'm absolutely in love with called Deer Path Farms. Let's take a look. So for home values in Hudson, the median list price in 2024 was $560,000. The median sold price was $590,000. So clearly we're seeing high demand. Typically for homes under $500,000-$600,000, we are still, that is a very popular price point. A lot of people can attain. The lower the price, sometimes the more the competition. We're going to take a look at a couple homes that have sold recently to show you what you can get for your money. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at some actual sales in 2024. So I'm going to take a look at the least expensive home that sold, the most expensive, one in the middle, and then our bonus townhome. The least expensive home that sold in 2024 was 9 Belleview Street, which was on the market for $233,000 and sold for $262,000. So it was on a third of an acre and was in need of extensive repair. It's nice to see that you could buy a house in the 2s, fix it up, and still be into it maybe under 5. So I find that refreshing. But I like that this realtor did not hide anything. They're like, take a look. The roof is bad. Don't think you can just come in and slap a coat of paint, cut the bushes back, and move in. Like, this entire staircase is rotted and falling apart. You need a new roof. Yes, we need systems. So sometimes that's tough because you can't necessarily finance it traditionally. So it really was geared towards contractors and builders. But it did sell for $262,000, and it sold, but it sat a little bit. Let's look at the market history just for fun. They started at $300,000 in March, and that didn't go so well. They got down to $230,000 33 April 19th, and it went under contract right after that. So we call that aspirational pricing, or that's what I call it. Now, more of a mid-range home that sold is on 3/4 of an acre at 67 Bennett Street, and it was on for $660, and it sold for $690. And this house was built in 1988 and is in a beautiful Hudson neighborhood. And this is, I imagine if you're watching this from Dallas or Seoul, Korea, this might be the house that pops into your head for traditional New England. So classic center entrance colonial with, 6/6 window panes. This is super charming, very quintessential late 80s construction too. Here we are in the foyer with a linoleum floor, classic center entrance, and a nice kitchen, nice wood beams, open to the family room area where there's a fireplace. They've updated some of the appliances, but this is absolutely move-in condition. Maybe it's time for the mauve paint to go and take down that little doodad curtain, but really nice open space. Now for the 80s, one thing to consider is you're not going to get hardwood floor under this carpet. As I've said before, I got a guy for that. We can install hardwood floor. It just takes a couple of days. Another typical thing of the 80s is you don't see a lot of trim and moldings. Like in an older home, you'll see beautiful crown molding, but this was the beginning of that kind of, I guess maybe the end, of that kind of contemporary streamlined phase before we got into lots of millwork, which started in the late 90s. But you can always add it if you like lots of trim. We can add trim, and it would make it look a little more New Englandy, actually, ironically. So this is kind of a peek through to this nice big brick fireplace and French doors out to the deck. And you're on 3/4 of an acre, so it's going to be nice and private. I love this vaulted ceiling with the skylights, lots of natural light. Now this is cute, classic bedroom, carpet, reasonably tall ceilings. This is kind of funny. They left the fan on, so you get some action. And good sized rooms with great closets, which of course nobody ever said to me there's too many closets in this house. Now here we are in the back. It's kind of this roof line is actually called a salt box when it's pitches back straight down. I just love the charm and character here. Super cute. And of course the convenience of a 2-car garage under, and that sold for $690. So let's take a look at luxury new construction that was on for $1,199 and sold for $1,250. This is 28 Chestnut Street, and it's on almost an acre and a half. So this was built in 2023, and I'm guessing that the reason it went over asking is I bet the buyer asked for upgrades. Usually you don't see new construction go that much over asking, but sometimes the buyer will come along and say, hey, could you finish the basement for me? Could you add these amenities? I want an electric car charger. I want this and that. I want to upgrade the bathroom. Sometimes that's why prices can be higher than the asking price. This is an absolutely gorgeous house. This is what it's going to look like when it was all done. Now this is kind of a farmhouse style to have the black trim around the windows, popping with the white paint. And as you can see, Hudson is beautiful, more of a rural feel, much more land. I mean, this is a dirt road. This is a little bit off the beaten track. So if you're looking for quiet privacy and beautiful scenery, maybe Hudson is right for you. And as you can see, they're leaning into the hardscape because there's not much else to show you at this point. So if you'd like more details on any of these homes, just give me a call and let me know, or send me an email, whatever works for you. Now I want to show you a very cool townhome development called Deer Path Farms. This lovely family that was downsizing after living in Wellesley. They decided she wanted to move out to a more rural community and just fell in love with this development, as did I. So Deer Path Farms is a development that was created by this awesome architect developer who is really thoughtful about placement. He's developed this community of townhomes. He goes to each site and looks at the way the light is falling, builds based on that. A downside is that all these homes, a lot of them he's been building them there for over 20 years. So this is one of the ones that was built about 20 years ago. So one of the things you're going to see is there's a fair amount of stairs. So if you're trying to downsize and stay here forever, this might not be the right community for you. If you are trying to downsize, you're an active person and you want lots of space for multi-generations, your kids would want to come home here forever. You'll see that it's multi-level. So here's the kitchen and you have this curved staircase up, and then there's a curved staircase down to the front door. So I'm going to kind of flick through here to see if I can give you a sense of the space. Lots of natural wood tones, a really nice townhome community. So you don't have to worry about maintaining the yard or the exterior. You do have neighbors and still super convenient to walking trails and just really pretty. So here's the front door. So you have kind of a garage under, a couple steps up to this nice well-covered walkway. And here's another view of that kitchen. And I just love that curved stair. And this was not the unit I sold, but it's very similar to it. So it looks very familiar to me. But I love that it's open, real contemporary feel, something you would not expect necessarily in this more rural community in Hudson. This unit comes with all these built-ins, a little office, and really accessible to the outdoor space and views and privacy. Oh yeah, so look how cute this is. He tucked a little gas fireplace into this wall at an angle. And you also, it appears that there are no, oh no, I guess there's blinds there. I was like, whew, no blinds in the primary bedroom. But again, skylights, all this natural light coming into the bathroom. And then this is the upper level that they're using as an office. You know, again, kind of cool lighting. Got a great place to have to work during COVID, that's for sure. So this is kind of cool. This is a custom thing. This was a big thing in about around 2000. You would take a vanity that you would find at an antique shop, take out a drawer, pop a sink in, and then it becomes your vanity. So the only one like it. So very cool. We should bring that trend back. Goodness, I would have left this off. But the point is, there's a terrific walk-in closet. And here's the lower level hangout room for the kids. Obviously, it's a walkout to the lower level. So anyway, I just think this is such a cool development. It's called Deer Path Farms. They still do custom builds for new units. You can help site your own home and pick everything. But there's a pretty consistent stream of ones that are about 20 years old that come on the market. So I hope you enjoyed that snapshot of Hudson, Massachusetts. And if you are thinking about moving to Hudson or any of our surrounding towns, please reach out, as I'd love to help you. And I've put out lots of different videos on different communities in Metro West, so check them out and please reach out if you have any questions. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in the next video.